Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. This is Terry and this is the Saturday before Memorial Day. It's supposed to be uh, sunny and 80, but no sun yet. Looks very cloudy. Anyhow, what this video is about a recent haul that I got. This haul was initiated by me wanting for the longest time to have a Silogeny multifloral, and besides the fact that you can hardly find them, and also due to the fact that I am looking for something of a more established, either a division or blooming size at least as a minimum. And the only place that I've seen them is very rarely on eBay on auction, and the price of them goes so high. I did miss one out at the Chicago, well, it's the Illinois Orchid Society auction. One of the plants that was on auction was a division of a Silogeny multifloral, and I didn't get that either. And the only other place that I knew that they had them was Sunset Valley Orchids, because I, occasionally browse their listing just to see what they have, and they have always had Silogeny multifloral division for $75. So, I've always considered that, but the price is enough to make you think twice about it, even though you know that it's from Sunset Valley Orchids, and you know that the orchid is probably a really nice sized, especially if it's $75, especially since it's Fred Clark. So this order was precipitated by me actually breaking down and buying this plant, and in the process of buying or attempting or starting to buy the Silogeny, I noticed that SVO was having a sale, or they had a listing of their new Cattleyas. That's what it was. So I browsed that list and came upon some of these that really sounded interesting, and some others that I could not let slip away, because I know that they are in short supply. And actually, I made this order probably 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. Got it a couple days ago, and I browsed the site again after I got my order. And a couple of the plants that I have here are not available. So anyhow, I'll just dig in. I have only ordered from Sunset Valley Orchid once prior before, and it wasn't really this much. I only ordered maybe 1 or 2 things. So anyway, I was very pleasantly surprised. I have already mounted them all up. I did that last night. Was feeling pretty energetic and wanted to get it done. The roots, as I took them out of the pots, were full, as you can see, very healthy, lots of green root tips. The majority of these plants have new growths coming now. New growths that I did not notice when I initially took the plants out of their wrapping to decide, because I already knew that I was going to mount some of them, because there's a Brassavola in here, but I did not know that I was going to mount them all, because I wasn't sure if it would be the correct time as far as showing new growth or the new root tips coming out. And initially I'd only thought that I would be mounting maybe 3 or 4 of these. As you see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay. But the closer that I looked at these plants, it appeared to me that they all had new growths coming out and new root tips. So as I said, I'll just dig in. So the first one is SLP Wasp Nest Red crossed with SLC Sang-Yu Red Pearl Red Dragonfly. I can't tell you exactly what the flower that both parents look like, but it had to be spectacular in order for me to get it. So I don't want to inaccurately describe something that I'm not quite sure about, but you can check it out. This next one over here is a Patanar Dennis Rossinger. This was actually a freebie, and it's SOC Angel Eyes, which I kind of vaguely remember. Seeing. I think that might have some Digbyana in it, and then that's crossed with Patanar Golden Circle. But as you can see, this plant has a couple of new growths that are really considerable size. Actually, let me just set it down because it's not going to focus if I'm holding it. Yeah. So, again, was perfect timing on my part in ordering and perfect timing for mounting or just repotting in general. And back to this one, there's a new growth right there, and you can see the root tips. All right, I will go over to this one, and this is a Brassavola cross with a new growth right there, and that's looks like the newest pseudobulb right there with just very strong, nice size. This is actually Brassavola perenniae Reuben crossed with Brassavola David Sanders SVO. So again, perenniae is my favorite. Brassavola, I like the little yellow tinge in the lip, as opposed to just being perfectly all white. And David Sander, of course, has the cucullata trait of being that it's got some frilly around the lip and fuller lip, both fragrant. So it should attach itself nicely to this piece of challah wood. I got a box of this a little while back in anticipation of some of the imports that I'm getting pretty soon from Equahenera, and then there's one from Madagascar Botanica is doing that for me. Thank you very much over there. Anyhow, I'm looking forward to that. I do love Brassavola. I want them all, especially perenniae. This one up here that there's the roots. There's a new growth right there. This one is BLC Piketty Flight times BLC Mari's Vision. Okay, so this picture, one of the adults is Mari's song. I believe that's what it is, Mari's Vision. But I once had a Mari's song that I got from Hauserman, and that was, it had flaring wings that were flaring with, it was a pink, dark fuchsia flaring out, and Piketty, that kind of reminds me of that same flaring, sort of the multicolor, two-tone, wavy pattern. So that should be exciting if I can get this to bloom. So that's that one. This one back here, which I mounted on this, and I'm gonna have to set this in something, but you can see the roots on it, and there's the new growth. And actually there's roots coming from that end, and there's down there that looks like an eye that's awakening. But yeah, the roots have already, well, I just spread them out all over the mount. And so I don't anticipate it having any problem doing its thing. This one is Patanar Laughing Magic Sun crossed with BLC Laughing Boy SVO. Again, I have no idea, but it sounded interesting, and I know the description of the flower, the two parents, really intrigued me. So, okay, and this next one, of course, looks like, well, it looks like an encyclia bulb, but again, there's a new growth right there. There's another one here, and there's a third one. And this plant right here is Encyclia profusa, Peter time Encyclia incubans aromatica Martha. So I have a profusa, which is actually outside. It did bloom this year. It was the first time blooming for me, and aromatica is another encyclia that I'm excited to have. They're both very fragrant. small flowers. The spikes are typically branch a lot and with a lot of flowers, kind of like a cloud. And then there's this last one that I got, and I mounted it to this big thick piece of chala. And again, there's a new growth there. And there's one kind of tucked in there. And this particular Cattleya is LC Florence Lynn Diamond Orchids times BL Micai Leah. Alright, so I'm sure that all of you Micai people and Lelia people can imagine what that would look like. I believe that Lelia, Cattleya, is a dark red on a long sort of Lelia typical inflorescence, maybe 2 to 3 feet long. And anyway, that is my haul, and I really just wanted to share that with you. Again, you all know that Fred Clark has got the healthiest plants, and so I don't really have to say that. But I am very excited for these plants, and hopefully I will be sharing some blooms with you soon. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to my channel. And thank you again for watching. Enjoy your orchids. Bye.